If you didn't know already, your girl Priscilla Rainey won her case against your man, the lame. You know, she was on that TV show, She Got Game, back in 2015 on VH1. Shout out to VH1, Viacom. Love y'all. What's good, family? But here's the thing, right? So the beautiful Priscilla Rainey won her case against the game. She had accused him of doing some things, and she won $13 million. She deserved more. She deserved 20 billion. Anyways, here's what Bay had to say up on the Instagram, and I'm going to read this news article to you guys after this. Make sure you listen to everything that I'm going to say, because this article that she posted is the one that she wants y'all to hear the information from. She said, after not being able to speak about what happened for so long, I just don't have the energy now. My bio link has an accurate article with court transcript inserts of explicit details discussed during trial and appeal. So I'm about to read this to you guys. You won't want to miss this. I hope through all of this, at least one girl learned she doesn't have to, quote, just shut up. Listen, y'all. You can type this into YouTube if you haven't heard my other videos about it. And I just made another one recently. Just type in Meat Magazine Priscilla Rainey and the videos should pop up. All right, y'all. So the IndianaLawyer.com. That's the website. The article was posted by Dave Stafford on October 18th of 2019. The title of the article is Rapper The Game Loses 7th Circuit Appeal for $7 million damages. I'm not going to say that word in my video because this is YouTube. I have to be careful what I say on here. Anyways, here's what they wrote. What? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. They wrote, it's game over for rapper The Game. 7th Circuit Appeal of more than $7 million in damages that a federal jury awarded to a woman he publicly then trashed on social media. The rapper, whose real name is Jason T. Taylor, that's Jason Terrell Taylor, appealed a jury verdict in a lawsuit brought against him by Florida realtor and entrepreneur Priscilla Rainey. Pause story. Not only is she a Florida realtor, if I'm not mistaken, she does something with the stock market as well. Shout out to Priscilla Rainey. She sued Taylor for while she was a contestant on a VH1 reality show he hosted called She's Got Game. Judge Diana Sykes described the show as, quote, an imitation of the long-running reality dating series The Bachelor. Sykes describes The Game as an internationally known Grammy-nominated rap artist for a brief time. He was also a minor reality show star. Dang, the judge was real shady. Damn, Game, you're so lame that the judge even doesn't have love for you, sucker. In May of 2015, while the show was filming in Chicago, Rainey and Taylor went on an off-camera date. Listen, an apparent violation of the competition rules. In other words, she would have won the show if she would have just went along with this, possibly, allegedly, maybe. Because why are you trying to take this specific woman out of the whole cast? What did you think? Because she was real fine, that she would be real easy? Because she was the baddest one in the show. That's why he went on this off-camera date. He was trying to get to them cheeks. And listen, I understand. I mean, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I saw her, I was like my jaw dropped. My eyes bulged out of my head. My eyes almost fell down my face and into my mouth. I was so surprised at all of that fine. So I understand. I mean, she's a goddess, but he definitely. And anyway, I'll talk about how fine she is after. In May of 2015, while the show was filming in Chicago, Rainey and Taylor went on an off-camera date, an apparent violation of the competition's rules. Okay. Technically, they wrote it in apparent violation of the competition rules, but you know what I mean. Taylor took Rainey to a suburban sports bar, and at one point during the evening, they were on an elevated stage in full view of club patrons with a stage light shining on them. Taylor lifted Rainey's skirt and grabbed her bare buttocks and vagina. Was she not wearing panties? Oh, let me find out she's really my type. And I know that this is a very sensitive subject. I don't mean to sound insensitive. I'm just saying that. Y'all. Yeah. Taylor lifted Rainey's skirt and grabbed her bare buttocks and vagina. She tried to break away, but he did it again. This time lifting her rear up and exposing her intimate parts to the gawking crowd. So there were alleged witnesses, and I have to just say alleged for legal reasons. But because I'm not trying to get into any trouble with anybody. Remember, he did sue Viacom for $20 million and lost because he's an idiot. Taylor lifted Rainey's skirt and grabbed her bare buttocks and vagina. She tried to break away, but he did it again. This time lifting her rear end up and exposing her intimate parts to the gawking crowd. As Rainey struggled to push him away and lower her skirt, he grabbed her bare buttocks and vagina a third time. He also grabbed and juggled, quote unquote, juggled her breast for the entertainment of the onlookers, end quote, Sykes wrote. 3 days later, Rainey confronted Taylor about the assault. The two were on the show's tour bus with the other cast members, and a film crew caught the entire exchange on camera. Where's the video of this? VH1 will no, let me not say never, but we may never see that. Okay? The video begins with another contestant announcing that Rainey had a secret date with Taylor. That's cheating, as we said. It returned to the hotel visibly upset, Sykes wrote. Quote, Rainey responded that she told the crew about it, but no one else. Taylor then reminded her that he had instructed her not to mention it to anybody, and don't mention it means don't mention it. A heated argument ensued. Rainey repeatedly tried to tell him that she had a, quote, problem with what had happened and was, quote, bothered by it. Taylor angrily commanded her to keep quiet. What you can do is be a woman and shut up, like you can shut up right now. She did not shut up. Instead, she described the assault in graphic detail. After an expletive-laden exchange, Taylor ordered her to get off this bus before you get your A strangled and threatened to choke her A up. End quote. Rainey sued Taylor for before the show's debut in August of 2015. Quote, Taylor did not take the litigation seriously, Sykes wrote. He evaded process. Listen, blood gang member, gangster rapper, complete idiot. Taylor did not take the litigation seriously, Sykes wrote, but y'all hoes want a bad boy, a thug, a gangster, right? But Taylor did not take the litigation seriously, Sykes wrote. He evaded process, trolled Rainey on social media, dodged a settlement conference, and did not bother to show up at trial. His attorney asked for a continuance, but the judge denied that request, dismissing Taylor's proffered excuse as an elaborate ruse. Taylor had claimed he could not risk going to court in Chicago due to a recent weekend of gun violence. So Game was scared to go to Chicago. With Sykes termed, quote, feigning concern as part of a pattern of Taylor's dilatory conduct. The judge instructed the jurors that they could infer from Taylor's absence that his testimony would have been unfavorable to him. In other words, he may have gotten himself in more trouble. He may have dug a deeper hole for himself by speaking at all. Isn't that crazy, y'all? The jury returned a verdict for Rainey, awarding her $1.13 million in compensatory damages, and $6 million in punitive damages. In upholding the district court's damages verdict, the Seventh Circuit rejected Taylor's arguments that, among other things, challenged the district court's denial of a continuance and its missing witness instruction to the jury. That's legalese for this idiot did not show up and Bay won. Taylor has only himself to blame for the missing witness instruction, which was plainly justified. The panel ruled in Priscilla Rainey versus Jason Taylor 16-4153 and 18-2990. The verdict is well supported by the evidence, and we see no reason to disturb the jury's determination of damages. The compensatory award is not excessive under Illinois law and the punitive award survives constitutional scrutiny. The punitive damages award also met the reprehensible conduct standard laid out in State Farm Mutual, Auto INS CO v. Campbell 538 US 408 419 2003. The panel concluded. For the record, I can't read or understand a lot of this legalese stuff because I can barely speak English. Quote, that was a particularly degrading act of the conduct satisfies several of the variables identified in State Farm 1, and it was an intentional infliction of physical harm. 2, it demonstrated a reckless disregard for Rainey's health and safety. And 3, Taylor continued to grope and expose Rainey's most intimate body parts even after she protested. So his misconduct was both repetitious and malicious. Taylor also launched a series of vile public attacks against Rainey on social media. Finally, the panel held the ratio between compensatory and punitive damages under the circumstances of the case was not unreasonable. Come on now, y'all. Listen, man. Bro. There were supposed to be witnesses there. There's a lot of people were saying like, oh, this is just a BS fake lawsuit meet. And, because, people in my comment section, I believe that the game is innocent. The same guy that was at the park with India Love. And what was the game doing at the park with India Love? I could have sworn, allegedly, possibly, for what I remember, I think he was allegedly using his fingers at the park with, anyways, because some of y'all are real ignorant. Some of y'all are real dumb. But shout out to Priscilla Rainey. Very beautiful lady. I wish I could do an interview with her. I wish that, because I reached out to her, but she didn't respond to me because I'm a nobody. But I did reach out to her and I requested an interview, but she's not going to, that'll never happen. We'll never do our interview. But maybe I could get a Priscilla Rainey lookalike. So no, I'm not trying to get in any trouble. Her lawyer game is tremendous. So I have no problems. Shout out to Miss Rainey. She was the baddest chick on the show. As soon as that first episode hit, I was like, you know how like when you were a little kid and you see somebody drive by in a Lamborghini or something like that, you'd be like, that's my car. Like that's what I was like when I saw Priscilla Rainey on CI Game. I was like, that's my woman. I remember she was on the little hoverboard because hoverboards were popular at the time. Isn't that crazy that this is like talking about back in the day, and it was only like 4 years ago, going on 5 years ago. Anyways, I remember she was standing on the hoverboard and them cheeks were just like poking out to the end of the moon, and she was just like looking so phenomenal. And she was standing there on the hoverboard, and I was just like, man, I would love to go hoverboarding with her. I just remember thinking that. I was just thinking like, wow, I would love to just hold hands and just ride on the hoverboard with her, barefoot in the grass. But anyway, shout out to Priscilla Rainey. Glad you won your case. And I'm gonna go buy a house from Priscilla Rainey. Now I know that she's into realty. If I did know that, I forgot. But I'm gonna go buy a house from her if she continues to do real estate, which I hope she doesn't stop. And when I go buy my house from her, I'm gonna ask her out for dinner. I'm gonna ask her to have some lobster and scrimps. Anyway, that ain't none of y'all business. Anyways, shout out to Priscilla. I'm glad you won your case. Let me know what y'all think about it below. Did y'all believe Priscilla, or did y'all or y'all some weird haters? Make sure you post a comment below, everybody. I need everybody to comment with your opinion on everything that transpired. Did you watch She's Got Game or She Got Game? I could have sworn it's called She Got Game, but they said it was called She's Got Game. Some of y'all might have hell trying to find it online because, I don't think that VH1 even posted that show on their website. I think they kind of buried it because of the lawsuit situation. And it's funny because the show, they continue filming and they completed the show and everything. And there was a chick named Rebecca if I'm not mistaken, who ended up winning the show. She was a light-skinned Jamaican chick, real fine, like really stupefyingly beautiful. She's probably like the second hottest chick in the show. But yeah, I don't really remember what the hell happened, after that, other than her in the game did not last, and then that was pretty much that. But shout out to Rebecca. I wish I could remember what her last name was, because she then I would give her a shout out and I would tell y'all to follow her on social media. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about Priscilla and the situation with the game. Let me know what y'all think about it below. Y'all know that I'm not a fan of the game. I can't stand him. I've been very critical about him over the years, and I've definitely let that be publicly known that I'm not a fan of that guy. I think that he's just like one of the most lame people, and one of the reasons why I think that he's so lame is because, like, look at the way he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He was being sued for millions of dollars, and this idiot like didn't even have the sense to just shut up. He couldn't control his mouth, and he ended up losing the lawsuit, and now he may lose everything that he worked for, all because, well, first of all, I mean, even if you thought those things about Priscilla, say those things offline. That's like table talk. Man, F that B, she ain't never gonna get a penny out of me. She can sue me if she want to. Watch, I'm gonna win this case. I'm lawyered up. My lawyers are better than hers. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Like, you can have that type of conversation at your house, but don't actually go on the internet and run your mouth like that. I mean, he's a complete fool. He's a buffoon. But this is all my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about it below. Meat Magazine on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MeWe. Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell. When you click notification bell, click all notifications. That way you receive alerts whenever new videos get posted. Remember, I post a bunch of new videos every single day, so if you ever go a day where you don't receive a ton of notifications, come to my channel, click the videos tab, see what you've been missing. Meat Magazine on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MeWe. Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. All right, y'all.